Before we look at what's expected today, just a reminder of what the prior policy statement said. Monthly net purchases under the APP would amount to 40 billion for the month of April, 30 billion during May, and then 20 billion in June. They said the calibration of purchases for the third quarter would be data dependent. On rates, any adjustments to rates would take place sometime after the end of the net purchases under the APP ending and would be gradual. Also said they expect rates to remain at their present levels until they see inflation reaching 2%. In terms of the three main policy rates, no change expected. All 53 economists see no change to the deposit rate. All 50 economists surveyed see no change to the refi rate. Refi expected to remain unchanged at 0. Deposit rate at minus spot 5%. Marginal lending facility seen unchanged as well at spot to 5%. First preview from HSBC. They note since the last meeting, inflation rising to a new record high, the war in Ukraine dragging down consumer confidence, as well as forward-looking business indicators. So on balance, they think the ECB will maintain a wait-and-see approach today, leaving possible further policy decisions to the June meeting when they get the new forecasts. They don't expect much of a pushback against the current, in their view, too hawkish market pricing of future rate rises to reduce the risk of possible second-round effects. Leaving possible.
Hello.
TD Securities, though, say they expect a sharp hawkish pivot from the ECB today. They say there will be an announcement that the APP will conclude at the end of May and a clear signal the rate hikes will follow. The policy statement will announce the conclusion of the APP in May with a pace of 40 billion in April and 20 billion in May. Say language is hardened around the fact that inflation now running well above the ECB severe scenario, with possible tweaks to the sometime language in the statement as well.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me,
ING,
please
meanwhile,
type
in their
yes on the
preview out
chat.
this morning,
All right, we are 6 minutes until fireworks. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think you can hear me. So how's everybody doing? Let's have a look at the euro, right? I'm sorry. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody is doing fine. Yeah, ECB, I'm sorry, ECB day today. So let's have a look at what we have here on the economic calendar. Um, it's very likely that the ECB is going to maintain the rate at 0%, close to zero. But what I'm looking for is the monetary policy report, right? Or the monetary policy statement, which we are going to get here on my newsfeed here on my Squawk. Let's have a look at the euro, how the euro is trading at the moment. So this is a short position that I sorry, that I was actually that I took at the beginning of the month, March 31st actually. It hit profit for about for exactly 280 pips, right? Was a real slow move to the downside. And now what I'm looking at, if you have any question, just type it on the chat, right? What I'm looking at here, right? This is the 5-minute chart. Let's go to the hourly. What I'm looking at here, if you look at the 8-hour chart, I'm looking at this zone, actually, right here, at this zone, right? So it's quite interesting to see the euro retrace back to the weekly period and to the previous broken lows. So looking at the hourly chart, there is absolutely no setup at the moment, right? We are not going, or I am not going to front run this rate decision, but it is expected that the ECB is going to maintain um, rates at 0%. So it's very possible that we could actually get that um, short trade on the euro versus the US dollar. So let's wait and see what happens. Yeah, we are 3 minutes away from the release. So why don't we wait and see? I'm going to keep my squawk on so we can hear you know the data when it comes out, and yeah, and then probably we're going to make a decision here. So what I'm looking at is possible shorts on the euro versus the USD. Also was looking at some other euro pairs, but well, the other one that I was looking at was let me see, um, yeah, the euro versus the New Zealand dollar. But should the ECB maintain um, rates at zero, and should the ECB language on the monetary policy report be extremely dovish, we could get a short on the Euro USD, and this is by far the best setup, or the best possible setup for short on the Euro. So right now we're seeing some rally, I mean buyers jumping in here, which means absolutely nothing. When the decision comes out, we're going to hear it on my squawk, and hold on, just delete this. And we're going to make a decision. So what I'm looking at is possible retest here of this highs, and then I will get short below these lows. That's my only play. I don't have a play for long side on this market. So let's
Just over 30 seconds till the European Central Bank will lead with the rate decision first, expected unchanged.
30 seconds. I'm going to get this on the other side. 30 seconds, guys.
10 seconds ECB.
10 seconds.
Unchanged on rates, unchanged.
Unchanged. So
monthly purchases will amount to 40 billion in April, 30 billion in May, and 20 billion in June. Today's meeting, the ECB judged data since the last meeting reinforced their expectation that purchases under APP should be concluded in the third quarter.
So I'm gonna
says
put on
rates will rise sometime
wow.
after the end of the net bond buying. Rate increases
That's
will be
right.
gradual. Asset purchases should be concluded in Q3. Rates will also remain at present levels until the inflation outlook has met their goal.
Hold on.
So ECB leaves their main policy rates unchanged as expected. Also reiterates the asset purchase program will continue 40 billion euros this month, 30 billion in May, and 20 billion euros in June.
So you guys could see what I was doing on my MT4, and this is my short trade on the euro. So basically, yeah, very dovish. Let's have a look at what the monetary policy report comes out of. Yeah, pretty solid, pretty solid short here. All right, so how am I going to manage this? How I am going to manage this? Um, the ECB came out pretty dovish, so it's obvious that we're going to get very strong sellers on the euro.
We're getting comments from Russian President Putin as well regarding gas payments. It says unfriendly states.
About this. So how am I going to manage this, right? What I'm looking at closely,
Player refreshed.
Jesus, off. What I'm looking at closely are these lows. These are the daily lows, right? Now, we are not out of the woods just yet on the short position, right? We're not out of the woods just yet because we are still inside of the daily range. This is today's range, right? Between this dotted line and this dotted line. So, the euro is retesting, or basically retesting the daily lows against the US dollar, right? And should price break with the daily lows and print new daily lows, then our short position would be um, confirmed, not confirmed, but validated, right? Now, let's have a look at the lower time frame since we are trading the news at the moment. I'm going to put a line here on today's lows. And as you can see, price is retesting those daily lows. Yeah, price is retesting those daily lows, but sellers are very, very strong at the moment. So what I'm going to do is this. Should price break with the daily lows, we are possibly going to see a retest of those daily lows for further downside continuation. Now, the euro has printed new daily lows against the US dollar. I'm not going to move stops to break even just yet. Just yet. We are up at the moment. Let's have a look. We are up at the moment 20 pips, which is awesome. Very, very good move to the downside. Now, let's keep an eye. Let's keep an eye on those daily lows to see if buyers jump in and we get a rejection of those lows. Now, I think that moving stop losses to break even right now would be ill-advised in the sense that if we get uh, you know, of course, we can get buyers jumping in here at the daily lows and very, very short-term sellers taking profit at those daily lows too. That brings a double buying pressure or bullish pressure here in this market, right? But and should that happen, we could actually see a retest of the previous broken lows. But this move is very, very strong. Very happy about that trade. Hope you guys catch it or caught it. And yeah, pretty wild move. So this is the 5 minute chart. Let's have a look at the higher time frames. And technically speaking, I was looking to get short at this level earlier today, but because we had ECB day, right? ECB rate decision and the ECB monetary policy report, etc. Um, I chose not to trade the short side of the euro, and as you can see, um, throughout the entire, yeah, super nice move. Throughout the entire European session, it was a choppiness, right? And also, I could have just placed a sell stop like I did after the announcement, right? After the data came in. But I placed it before, but that would be front running, a major data dump, right? So technically speaking, I was looking for shorts here, right? This is the 8 hour chart. Let's go to the 4 hour chart. Right. Pretty obvious that this was and is a massive level, which had been rejected countless times. I mean, we can count them, but I'm not going to do it. In the past, and everything was pointing out at a possible downside continuation. Now, looking at the US dollar, this is also helping or short on the Euro USD, right? Now, let me just delete all the lines that I have here, right? So, And let's focus on the higher time frames on the US dollar DXY. Um, as you already know, I'm pretty bullish on the US dollar, looking for buys on the US dollar. And this actually, I was waiting for a retest of March highs, right? This white line that I just uh, put on my chart, right? But support and resistance levels are zones; they're not straight lines. So basically, on the lower time frames, I was looking at this and a possible rally today above the daily pivot, etc. So let's have a look at the Euro USD. Keeps on crashing. That's good. So this trade was a great, or is a great 3.5 R. Now, um, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to take profits just yet. Um, Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is awesome. This is an awesome move. And you know what, guys? This is what you are going to get from my live sessions, live trading. Up until now, it was more analysis, market analysis, market chatter, etc. But I'm turning it to actual trading. Now, let's have a look at the lower time frames here. 10-minute chart. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So, let's have a look. This is at 3.5 R, right? We are up at the moment 30 pips. Um, and overall targets are right here at these lows for about 90 pips, right? Let's have a look at historic price action to see previous zones that might stop our profits. And that's it, right? Hold on. Here, I'm taking half of my trade off. I'm taking half of my trade off. Hold on. Taking half of my trade off and moving stops to break even, right? So I just secured 35 pips, 35 pips on this ECB rate decision. My stops are a break even. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to monitor the very low time frames because should price break to the upside, right? Should price break with these lows, hold on. Should price break with these lows, I would close the rest of my position. But now, I made money on this move to the downside. My stops are break even. Um, Now I'm going to give it a few more minutes. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, and if price doesn't break the '08, hold on, let me just zoom in this because I can't see. Should price, if price doesn't break the '08 65 level, I will close another, well, 50% of the remaining position. Actually, I'm closing now 50% of the remaining position. Hold on. Boom. Now I just secured another what 30 pips or so? Yeah, 30 pips or so. And now I'm just going to let the rest ride. Basically, I'm holding at the moment um, about 35 to 37% of I'm sorry, 25% of my initial position, right? So that is a great trade that we took. I hope everybody caught it. Missed the move, but glad people caught it. Awesome, MIT recyclers. So I'm gonna let this trade ride, right? I'm gonna let it ride. Let's have a look at the USD. Let's have a look at the USD. Very strong US dollar, of course. Uh, This is ECB driven, but you know what? The cool thing about this is that we are in pre-market, right? So this could trigger a bullish continuation on the USD, which will be very good for the remaining 25% of our Euro US dollar short, and also still holding on to this short on gold. Um, you know, that is completely and utterly fine. Let's have a look at some other markets that could have moved with the ECB rate decision, the euro yen, right? The yen, right? So I was looking at possible yen shorts, but the thing is that the Japanese yen, where are my drawing tools? What happened with my drawing tools? Hold on. There they are. So if you look at the forward chart on the Japanese yen, right? This dotted yellow line is March lows. And right now, uh, shorting the Japanese yen would be very ill-advised in the sense that you can see clearly from the chart that buyers are jumping in. There's rejection here. I mean, I'm not going to uh, go long on the Japanese yen. To me, that has no edge in the sense that the move to the downside has been insanely strong. So buying, I mean, this would be like trying to catch a falling knife. Even if you look at it as a possible reversal pattern, fundamentally speaking, also the Japanese yen is very, very weak. Now, of course, that seasonality wise, right now is the moment to buy Japanese yens. I'm going to show you this seasonality chart on the Japanese yen. Let's have a look. Let me see if I can find it. Right. Okay, so this is not it. I think this is it. Let's have a look. Just hold on for a minute. Because it's very cool, seasonality wise, the Japanese yen um, at the end of March, beginning of April is a super, super strong buy. But I need to show you this. I don't remember where. Hold on. You know what? I sent it here on the VAP. Let me see if I can find it here on the VAP group. I should find it here. Right. So February. Hold on. Can't see. Hold on. Oh, I can't find it, guys. It has to be February because I took a long on the Japanese yen. Well, I wanted to take a long on the Japanese yen in February, right? So this is what I was looking at in February. Um, yeah, this is the daily chart, and this is what I was looking on right here. Hold on, this is November. No, yeah, in February, right? The retest of this big level. I didn't get triggered. I didn't get triggered on my short on the US dollar Japanese yen, which is basically a long on the Japanese yen. But I did send to the VAP group my rationale on why I was taking that on the Japanese yen, which I cannot fucking find. Right. So I'm gonna try to find it. Yen. Right. I'm gonna try to find it here on Google. All right. This is it. Cool. So Japanese yen is not here. As you can see, I was trying to. Well, this is a seasonality chart, of course. If you don't know how, seasonality charts are basically show you how an asset has performed over time, and this is for the past 20 years. This is the Japanese yen, right? So at the beginning of April is where the big buy on the Japanese yen usually comes, right? But this year has not been average, and the Japanese yen is extremely bearish at the moment. And um, I'm not gonna base a trading decision just on seasonality. This is a tool that I use as a checklist on my overall trading. Long-term trading, swing trading, right? I think that it was around yeah, at the end of February, right, that I wanted to catch this move. That didn't pan out, of course. The Japanese yen just crashed, and basically, I didn't get triggered, right? So, let me show you what I was doing with the Japanese yen here. I had sell stops. This was what I wanted, or my position, right? I had sell stop below these lows, right? So this is below November, December lows, right? And I was looking for a retest of, the very lows. As a swing trade, this was a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, but I was looking at a possible 1,000 pip move to the downside, if not more, right? If not more. So my first target, I'm sorry, my first targets here on this idea that I had were these lows, around these levels, right? So about 1,000 pips, and this is the reason that I use. I'm sorry, this is the reason that I use stop orders because selling here, yeah, it would have given me a much, much better risk to reward ratio. It would have given me a 1 to 15 risk to reward ratio, but my trade was not validated, right? Downside on this market, which is the upside on the Japanese yen, was not validated. So, I follow my plan, and I didn't get triggered. And then I just saw the Japanese yen crash, the US dollar Japanese yen, and every single Japanese yen pair just rallied like crazy. And because I was looking at the downside, I missed the move, which is fine, right? Which is fine. Yeah, just that's just a little story about seasonality. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right, let's have a look at the 4-day chart here of the Japanese yen. And yeah, these are massive levels, massive historic levels. This high dates to May 2015, and it is the level that the Japanese yen is currently, or the US dollar versus the Japanese yen is currently retesting and rejecting, right? Now, uh, let's go to the daily chart just to look at it. And, again, there's absolutely no setup for me to go short here, which would be, in fact, a buy of the Japanese yen. More so because if we look at the Japanese yen basket, we are looking at just from these highs, we're looking at a minus 12% to the downside, right? Obviously minus. But again, looking at the 4 hour chart of the Japanese yen, these lows, March lows, are a big level. Now, where would I be interested in getting long the Japanese yen? Let's have a look. Why don't we fucking have a look? Now, I would very much be interested in getting long on the Japanese yen should price move above the weekly pivot, above this zone, retest this zone, clearly reject this zone, and here is where I would be very much happy with a Japanese yen long. That is a long-term trade, of course. And that, my friends, would actually, if this plays out, um, if this plays out, it would actually pan out with this seasonality chart, right? We are mid-April, and big rally comes at the end of April, etc. Again, um, we could actually be looking also at a deep buy in August, seasonality wise, right? But yeah, I'm looking for this. Actually, I'm gonna put on an alert here. What are my alerts? Oh, why the fuck am I alerts? Oh, right. So I need to go here. Big buy. Right, that's cool. Let's have a look at the Euro USD and our fucking trade. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my stops to break even, and pretty happy with this trade. It was awesome trade, 30 pips. We cut the move entirely, and the cool thing about this is that our entry, my entry here is very high in the sense that price could actually come back and retest the previous broken lows, right? And it wouldn't stop me out of break even if we get spike high. Well, you know, I can't say that it wouldn't stop me out, but yeah, yeah, we're protected. We're protected against everything. Now, um, talking about adding shorts, I don't know. I don't know. Uh, yeah, very lovely, right? Thank you, Moonfall. Hope you caught it. So, talking about adding shorts here, no, 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 not adding shorts, and no one is asking me actually. I'm just, thinking out loud. No, I'm not adding shorts. I'm pretty happy with that trade. Not looking to trade anymore today, actually. Just holding on to this trade, and why would I try to trade again? I already made money here, and um, I really, really don't see any good setups. High probability setups. Yeah, there are some mediocre setups out there, but why would I trade a mediocre setup just to give back the money that I just made on the Euro USD? No, fuck that. So let's have a look at some other markets. At Peru. Oh, yeah. This is looking super bullish on the daily, mates. I don't know about you, but I don't care about uh, Biden flooding the market with his crude reserves. This is just going up. This is just going up. Having said that, we pretty much missed the boat on this one. Yeah. So, but you know what? There's always pullbacks. There's always pullbacks. And hold on. My preferred. Wow. Hold on. Just delete everything here. Shit. My preferred market to trade crude is Brent. Um, yeah. But having said that, uh, the setup is more clear, or it's clearer on WTI. So let's have a look at the forward chart. Now we missed the boat on this one. Obviously, here was an I mean this is the zone that we should have been looking at. Now we missed the boat, so let's have a look at some levels. Boom. So right now, there's absolutely no setup, and buying here is completely ill-advised. Would be burning money. Yeah, in the sense that price could, very possibly retest this level and come back before going higher, thus stopping out buys that are in place at these highs. That's why you have to be patient and wait for those pullbacks, right? Never buy or sell on overextended moves because it's very possible that you're going to get stopped out on a pullback just to see price going to the in your direction 1,000 pips, right? So having said that, now I am not interested in buys here in the middle of this range. Fuck no. I'm not interested in buys here. What I'm interested in is on a break of the 106 level, right? Break of these highs and a retest of said highs before going higher. Now, the reason that I always look for those breaks and retests is because of risk to reward ratio. Why? Because uh, you know, if you were to buy here because you have FOMO, right? Your stop losses, sh- I mean, uh, should should be all the way down here, right? If you buy here and you put your stop losses before today's lows, you are going to get stopped the fuck out. That is clear. Now, having said that, a pullback. Let me just draw a line here. Mm, yeah. So many levels, right? A pullback towards this level, again, to me, is not. It's not a good buy. Has no edge because, well, right now we are in the middle of what I call a no trade range, right? No trade ranges can be seen on the 15-minute chart, hourly chart, the forward chart, daily chart, etc. It really doesn't matter. What you need to focus on is directionality or direction. I don't know if directionality it's even a word, but you need to focus on direction, right? The overall bias here, or the overall direction right now is bullish, of course, but right now price is in the middle of this range, right? Now, why I'm not trading? Why I'm waiting for a possible break and retest instead of and even if price pulls back towards the 100 level, I'm not gonna buy there. I'm not gonna buy there. Why? Because we are in the middle of no trade range, which means that, and what I'm trying to tell you is that um, big money is not going to step in the middle of the fucking range, right? As small traders, with small accounts, I don't care if you trade a $5 million account, that is a fucking small account, vis-a-vis um, uh, the overall, wealth of the market. Let's call it like that. It means absolutely nothing. You have absolutely no buying force with your account. So what you need to do is focus on what levels is big money going to step in, so you can piggyback the fuck out of those orders, right? Big money is not going to buy in the middle of the range, right? No, fuck no, right? Big money bought here. We missed it. We fucking missed it, right? Where is the other level that we could see big money jump in, right? This one right here. Boom. After stopping out all those stupid shorts that are going to technically go short on on crude oil because it's retesting April highs. Oh no, this is not April highs or last week's highs. So yeah, um, just patiently waiting and putting on an alert here too. Boom. Call it big buy too. Big fucking buy. Right. So now we have two possible, long-term scenarios. And the cool thing also about waiting for those breaks and retests, guys, is that, let me just zoom the fuck in on my chart. Oh boy. Yeah. So the cool thing about waiting for those retests, breaks and retests is this, right? Now, just take a look at this. This part of, historic price action or the chart or whatever you want to call it, right? And let's say that we were looking at price here in this candle, right? And, you were thinking, shit, I missed the move on crude oil, so I'm gonna buy here. Now, if you were to buy here, shit, if you were to buy here, your stop losses have to be below this low. But if you wait for the break and retest, then you get a much better risk to reward ratio on your trade. That means that you can go bigger and make more money on the same move that you were planning to trade. Yeah, your entry is going to be higher, but one, your trade is going to have a much higher probability of success. And yeah, that's about it. Have a look at the Euro USD before I go off. Great trade, guys. A great trade. 5 minute chart. Yeah, as I told you guys, price could come back and retest these lows. Yeah, and it was a great decision to secure 30 pips here twice, um, because of this pullback. Everybody's a hindsight hero, but at the moment of the move, yeah, and because this was a news-driven move, right? And it was a volatility-driven or the volatility was news-driven. um, we're looking at short-term traders jumping in, algos jumping in, etc. Right? So eventually volatility was going to dry off, and this level, um, yeah, the 108, 108.65 is a very strong level. So it was very plausible that these very short-term traders were going to take profit here. Volatility was going to dry out, and we were going to see this bounce from this level. And because we're trading a news-driven event, right? Yeah, we just want to secure profits, and yeah, I'm very, very, very happy with letting 25% of the trade ride. And if I get stopped out of break even on that 25%, well, so fucking be it. I'm cool. I'm very cool with it. Why? Because because um price is retesting these broken lows, right? Well, right now it's breaking this fucking broken low, which is fine. But there is still a probability that sellers are going to jump in here and push price down. So uh, I was not going to leave 100% of my position for the possibility of a break of the 108.65 level. Fuck no. I was going to take profits and then letting just a little bit right to see if, because right now we are in you know, right now we have no edge on the short in the sense that we are in a wishful thinking manner, right? I'm just hoping for price to just, reject this low and boom, break with the 108.65, right? But when I took the short, I had a big edge on that short, and this was the zone that we should have taken profit. So, I mean, overall, great trade. Overall, congratulations. And let's see if I can play this fucking song.
Here comes the
Here
money.
comes the money.
Here we go. Money
Money,
talk.
money, money,
Here
money.
comes the money. Money, money, money.
Yeah, that's awesome. What is my opinion on gold? I don't know. I am short gold, and I'm still short gold, mate. But yeah, that's just my opinion. All right, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I'm short gold. So, let me show you the 8-hour chart here in gold. Very quickly, guys, very quickly. So, this is a massive level, right? I didn't take this short based on the 8-hour chart. The 8-hour chart is just supporting my short idea for a day trade here. Now, um, I was looking also, I'm sorry, at possible, hold on, I'm sorry, a possible rally in the US dollar, right? Which is actually panning out. So big level here. I was looking at this is February highs, a retest of February highs. This previous base, incredible, strong level. On the shorter time frames, my idea was here on the 15-minute chart. So I traded the break of the daily lows, right? These were the previous daily lows. Price broke with these daily lows and printed a new daily low, right? Now, my stop losses are above yesterday's highs. The reason that I'm still holding this short in gold is because the immediate structure is bearish, right? Price action gives you clues, price action printing new daily lows and new daily lows, right? Is bearish. Now, yeah, I'm taking a little bit of hit on my short, which is fine. But if you notice here, also price just retested today's highs and didn't break today's highs. So we are looking at two consecutive lower daily highs and now a new daily low. So looks like to be a break of the structure in this market. Now this is just my thought process. This is not a signal or advice to go short in gold, but this is what I'm looking at, right? And on the hourly, shit, I'm sorry, on the hourly looks like this. This was the daily lows. Price broke with the daily lows, failed to break with the daily highs. Everything, technically speaking, looking very bearish. Now looking at the USD, right? Big spike, of course, on ECB. Weaker euro brings bullish pressure on the US dollar, of course, and hopefully that bullish pressure on ECB is the trigger for an upside continuation on the US dollar, which would be very good for my gold and my fucking Euro USD. Yeah, so that's it. US news in 7 minutes. Let's have a look. Right, what do we have here? Boom. Initial jobless claims, continuing jobless claims. Yeah, yeah, but I was about to. No, this is yeah. I was in 4 minutes. Yeah, let's stay here. I was about to turn off the live stream, but because we have we have retail sales, etc., etc. So this is looking very good for the USD, right? So have a look. Retail sales ex auto month over month. Big. Uh, it's expected to come out on 1% versus 0.20% previous month. Uh, and continuing jobless claims uh, looking to come out lower, which is good. Initial jobless claims looking to come out higher, but the real important number is continuing jobless claims, right? So let's wait and see what happens. 3 minutes until fireworks. Yeah, very good Euro USD trade. You don't feel confident in USD? Well, I do. Oh boy, I do. Just, I mean, just have a look at this.
We're just under 3 minutes away from this raft of US and Canadian data. We'll be leading with the US retail sales number month on month for March, seen rising by spot 6%. The ex-auto seen rising by 1%. Ex-auto and gas seen rising spot 2%, and the control group seen rising spot 1%. On to jobless claims data. Initial claims looking for 171,000 for the latest week. Continuing claims seen at 1.5 million. Import prices for March seen at 2.3% on the month.
Continuing jobless claims. I mean, I'm just going to very quickly show you my point on why I'm pretty bullish on the USD. So, um, right. Why do you think that the Fed started to hike rates? It's not because, yeah, of course, because of inflation, right? Of course, but I mean, if you notice, I don't think you noticed, but I'm going to tell you anyways. The Federal Reserve started to ease this round or the latest round of quantitative easing a while ago, mate, a very long time ago. Then, the pandemic just hit, and yeah, everything went to shit, right? But um, for a long time, I mean, we have heard more and more hawkishness out of the Fed, and the reason is because, and the reason we have heard this, and the reason that they started to ease this round of QE, they started to lower the asset purchasing program, etc., is because the fucking quantitative easing was working. No, employment was rising. Sorry, employment was rising, and when it comes to monetary policy,
10 seconds.
10 seconds, hold on, let's have a look at this.
Spot 5% on the month for headline, 1.1% for ex-auto, spot 2% ex-auto and gas, and minus spot 1 for the control group. Claims 185,000 for initial. Continuing claims 1.475 million. Import prices rising 2.6 on the month. Ex-petroleum rising 1.1 and the year-on-year 12.5%. In Canada, manufacturing sales rising 4.2%. Still waiting for wholesale trade sales. Some revisions as well to retail sales. Month on month revised up to spot 8 from spot 3. Ex-auto up to spot 6 from spot 2 as well. The control group revised to minus spot 9 from minus 1 spot 2. ECB pressure is underway as well.
So, very little to no reaction on this news out of the US. If you want to see the actual numbers, I'll give you the actual numbers. So, unemployment claims came higher than expected at 185K, right? Retail sales came lower than expected. Core retail sales came higher than expected. So, kind of a mixed data dump here on the US side. Clearly, this is a 3 in the chart on the DXY. Clearly, no reaction on this. Yeah. So, that is me, guys.
ECB President Christine Lagarde just reading through the monetary policy decisions at the moment.
So this is me, guys. Thank you for joining me. I know it had been a while But it was pretty cool. We made money on this Euro USD short, and I'm still holding it. Pretty cool. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about.
Lagarde says surging energy prices are reducing
5
demand
minute
and
chart.
production. Says the
This is what I was
extent of these
talking about.
effects will
Possible
depend on the evolution
retest of
of the
these previous
conflict.
broken lows. And because my entry was very, 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 it was an amazing
Inflation
trade.
has increased significantly and will
Um,
remain high over the coming months, says
if I
Lagarde.
get stopped out at break even, it's because the sentiment or the bias or the immediate bias in this market changed completely, right? So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna let it ride to see. Of course, monitoring here the lows. You are more than welcome, Ahmed. Ahmed. Oh, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. So I'm going to monitor the retest of the daily lows here on the Euro USD. Oh, this is looking awesome. Let's have a look at Gulda. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is the other thing, guys. This is why you just don't close your trades on panic. Plan the trade and trade the fucking plan, right? Now, if price,
Says the
here, oh
ECB
my
will
God,
remain
if
optionality,
price
gradualism, and
fails to break the
flexibility.
daily lows, I will close it around either at a break even or a small win or a very small loss, right? But this is why you don't close your trades on panic, and this is also why don't look at very low time frames. I'm looking at the 5 minute charts because we were looking at news-driven moves, right? Um, but in any other case, just don't look at the fucking 5 minute chart, please, because you might see this spike up and just close the trade on a panic before thinking that, your bias is still very much valid because the daily highs were not broken with. So, yeah, this is me, guys. Thank you for joining me. And again, I will be doing this, I'll try to every single day. I'm super busy uh, with other stuff. Creating some new products that we're about to launch. Also, uh, focusing on the actual performance of our trades or the team. Uh, you know, so that takes a lot of time, and also backtesting. Um, you know, this our setups, etc. It takes a lot of time, but I'm gonna keep doing this every single day, and the focus will be trading live, taking profits live, you know, yeah, making everybody money. So that was a cool trade here to start things off on the Euro USD. That was awesome. I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to let it ride, but I'm going to monitor price here at the 0865 level, right? And if I don't see a clear break of the lows, these are the daily lows, right? If I don't see a clear break of the daily lows, well, shit, it looks like we are going to get the break. But in any case, right? Yeah, I'm going to close it. But I don't think I am because this is a massive bearish 50-minute candle. Now, having said that, if price break with the lows, right, I'm going to move stops a little bit lower, maybe close some of the trade. I don't fucking know, right? But you do you. Oh boy, let's have a look at the US dollar. Boom, that's it, right? This is the it took a second, right? It took a really, 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 really long second for the US dollar to react to, uh, you know, to the data. But again, it was very mixed. Have a look, right? So retail sales advance came lower than expected. Initial
Report from
jobless
Lagarde says
claim
energy is still the main
came
reason
higher
for
than
high
expected.
inflation.
Um, And hold on, what was the other one? I don't remember. Well, you know what? Core retail sales came higher than expected, so it was very mixed. But overall, we're seeing some very, very strong bullish momentum. Just look at the 4-hour chart, 8-hour chart. I'm sorry. This
Lagarde says
looks
inflation has
amazing.
become more widespread.
Um, Last week, look at gold. Boom. We're going to make money here. And the Euro USD retesting those lows. So if you are on this trade with me, yeah, just keep an eye. Just keep an eye here. And it's completely and utterly fine to take the money off the table here. It's actual profits, but
Says the core inflation rise is
personally,
uncertain.
I'm just waiting for this move to the downside here. And because my entry was so good, uh, that I can actually gamble on this problem because it is right. Well, it's not a gamble in the sense that we already know that the euro is weak, and just by looking at the US dollar and how strong it is, right? Actually, it's not a fucking gamble. What the fuck am I talking about? No, it's not a gamble. So yeah, just keep an eye on it and trade as you see fit. And again, thank you for joining me, guys. I will be doing this every single day around the same time. If I don't see anything good to trade, even if I don't see anything good to trade, I'm gonna go live, right? But the main focus now is going to be actually trading. Oh boy, look at that candle. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Downside risks to the growth outlook have increased substantially, says Lagarde.
Oh yeah, nothing on gold. So yeah, I'm just saying that. That's why you don't look at the 5 minute chart, right? Don't look at the 5 minute chart. I'm good. I'm good with my plan. Good with my plan. If I get stopped out of break even, get stopped out of break even. But if not, I'm going to make an extra 60 pips. So that's why I'm just gonna go for a run, and I'm not even going to look at this chart. So thank you for joining me, guys. If you like,
The
if you
upside
like
risks to
this
inflation
show,
have also intensified,
just
especially in the near term.
click the like button. That helps us out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And also subscribe to the channel. And if you're not part of the
Breaking away from the
VIP team,
ECB,
right?
Russia will be forced to
This
take
is the kind
necessary
of stuff
security
that you're going
measures
to
in
get from the
Sweden and
VIP
Finland
team.
if
This
they
short
join
on
NATO, as
gold.
TASS citing an official.
Yesterday, no, the day before, I took this short on the US dollar, Norwegian krona, that yield about 50 pips. The link is below this video, and if you want to get a 50% discount on your subscription, then use the code I'm about to send on the chat, Easter 2022. It'll give you a 50% discount on your VIP subscription. The link is below this video. Thank you for joining me again. Um, Also, if you want to see something that you don't see on my shows or whatever, I don't know. I don't fucking know, right? Just, leave a comment or email support on what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show, because, if you don't tell me, if you guys don't tell me what you like or don't like, how the fuck am I supposed to know? I'm going to keep doing the same thing, right? So your feedback is very important to me because this is for you, not for me, right? Again, if you want 50% off, use the code Easter 2022. And the link is below this video if you want to join the VIP team, right? Cool. Thank you for joining me. And, trade safe, don't overtrade. If you made money with me on the Euro USD, uh, you, you know, just, sit on your hands. I don't see anything worth trading at the moment. Oh, fuck, hold on. Why don't we have a look at equities before we go? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Right, so quick look at equities. Ooh. Oh boy, the Dow looks so yummy on the downside. All right. So, yeah, I'm about to send a very nice signal on the Dow Jones to the VIP group. So if you want to get that, just subscribe, get that 50% discount, and I'll see you there. Cheers.